Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my first anti-scam consumer protection video that is not that closely connected to multi-level marketing content. If you have followed this channel for a bit, if you've watched a couple of my videos, you know that is the focus of this channel. It will also remain the focus of the channel. Videos concerning scams and consumer protection, specifically centered around the anti-MLM topic. But towards the end of the year and the beginning of the next year, I want to venture into kind of a recap. What were the scandals of the year? Topics I found interesting also under the anti-scam and also under the consumer protection umbrella. And hopefully you're interested in these videos and you will stick around. I would love it if you would consider subscribing if you like these types of videos. And if you are a returning viewer and you are primarily here for anti-MLM content, then thank you for supporting this channel. Also, thank you for supporting these videos. And if you don't like these non-anti-MLM videos, then the next one will be an anti-MLM video. It will remain the focus of this channel. I have also started to upload German-speaking content to advise people in Germany as well, and in Austria and in Switzerland, so the German-speaking territories, about scams that are, in my opinion, also active in my very own country. I'm located in Berlin, and I think it is a nice addition to this channel as well. Let's get into the topic of the video, though, and that is the rise and fall of the pink sauce, or the pink sauce lady. In summer of 2022, a TikTok phenomenon that was the pink sauce, a food phenomenon, took over TikTok by storm, and by extension also other social media outlets. And you might ask yourself, why are you talking about the pink sauce now at the end of 2023 when it was something that started in the summer of 2022? Number one, because in the summer of 2022, I haven't uploaded videos to YouTube yet. And number two, because the pink sauce saga is still ongoing. There are currently updates and things to discuss, and I think it is interesting to take a look at this. I will give a little recap of what happened with the pink sauce and where we are right now. And if there are any updates, I might include updated videos on this topic in the future as well. So this is going to be an overview over the birth and the downfall of the pink sauce lady attempt to monetize the pink sauce yet again, and the legal aftermath. In the summer of 2022, a vibrant pink colored sauce took over TikTok, developed by Veronica Shaw, better known as Chef P. She heavily promoted this on her TikTok, and people were really intrigued and wanted to know what kind of pink sauce she was pouring over different kind of food. She was eating it. It was messy, and people wanted to know what this was. Chef P made promotion about the pink sauce, and she started to sell it on July 1st, 2022 for $20 the bottle. It was not quite clear what the sauce tasted like. Clearly, the color was the selling point of this food sensation. That was really the interesting part. But according to Veronica, it was a ranch dressing, so like an herbal dressing, with dragon fruit that gave the food its color and name, with all natural products. The drama began before the sauce was even sold on the weirdly incomplete website. It did not have a lot of the necessary information. The sauce was not consistent in tone of pink. The consistency was also different depending on the videos you might have seen. Either it was a deep pink or a more pale rosé color. Color fluctuated a lot. Sometimes it was more thick and goopy in one video, and then it was more runny and more fluidy in other videos. It was also not clear what the nutritional ingredients were exactly, because the ingredients list was missing on the website and the products hadn't been shipped out yet. But Chef P said that the ingredients list would be added once the products were shipped out. As is typical, I would say, on a lot of influencer, TikTok phenomenons, people ordered the stuff nonetheless, although there were already some inconsistencies and some red flags, and people ordered it and realized that there were further problems. The sauces were, for example, not shipped correctly. Some customers received broken bottles, bloated bottles, and bottles that exploded, which could be a sign of a bacterial reaction developing in the sauce, and in that case, it wouldn't be safe to consume anymore. The sauce was not temperature controlled when it was shipped out, which could have been necessary because according to the ingredients list on the packaging, the sauce consisted of herbs, milk, lemon juice, water, oil, honey, vinegar, garlic, and dragon fruit powder, and pink salt. And if you ship out a milk product, especially over a hot summer, those might need to be cooled, those might need to be refrigerated, but that did not happen here. As it turns out, the product was also not approved by the US Food Administration responsible for these tasks, the FDA. And Chef P, that was worrisome to a lot, understandably. She didn't even understand that it was a necessity. She claimed that she did not sell medical products, and therefore the FDA didn't have to get involved, which is not true, because you're selling food, and food safety is a topic for the FDA.
The pink sauce.
Hello.
Ew!
Oh my God. The
Girl,
pink
have y'all
sauce.
been watching the lives?
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical product.
All I'm saying is that
Why
it has
would
milk
I
in
be?
it.
No, it does not have milk. It has less than 2% of dry milk.
And you're mailing that to people.
I'm gonna be real. I think it's y'all fault. I think it's
Because
y'all
y'all
fault.
are that fucking idiot.
No, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur now, whether that shit has been fully thought out or not.
She was also not really able to explain on social media what the pink sauce really is, just that it is something that has never been done before, it is unique, it is fun, and a creative concept, which is concerning in my opinion. If you want to sell me something and then you don't seem to know a lot about it, I would expect you to know the in and outs of your creation, especially if you offer them for sale and you want to make a good amount of money, because a bottle of $20 ranch dressing, pink sauce dressing, is quite a steep price point, and it could potentially endanger people if not handled well.
We got the pink sauce. It is cold too, it's cold.
Okay, y'all starting to scare me now. Do you see how bloated that bottle is? Why is it bloated? That comes from a buildup of bacteria that has created a gas due to lack of refrigeration. There are ingredients in this sauce that should be held at a certain temperature. It should be kept cold. And due to lack of refrigeration, bacteria has built up in the package, causing the plastic to expand. Do not eat that sauce. Read up on botulism right now. And Chef Pie, Carly, suspend all orders immediately.
After a while, in a now deleted video, she addressed customer concerns about health and safety, that the product was mislabeled, ingredients, nutritional information was false, that the product was not FDA approved, but was undergoing lab testing, and that the packaging issues were to be solved as well. Instead of bags, they would be using cartons now to ship those out, and also that the amount of serving was declared falsely as 444 on the bottle, but were actually 30. So there was a lot that she had to fix, and she said she would do it to make sure that the next products that were going to be sent out would be in perfect condition. While some appreciated her honesty, others were not happy with her response. In the comment section under the video update, many users called the business owner irresponsible for downplaying the pink sauce issues as simple human mistakes, especially since those mistakes could have made it harder to avoid food poisoning. Girl, a gift and a thank you note not gonna save somebody when they're fighting for their life on the toilet, asserted one user. They're not false. They're not wrong. Food is not something that can be trial and error, rebuked another. And what's worse is that some comments claimed that there were still inaccuracies on the updated nutritional label regarding the content, so it seems that things might not exactly be fixed yet. Customers continue to receive crappy products. Some bottles were still bloated, some exploded, which is concerning. You buy a dressing and the bottle explodes.
Package looking like this.
Gone. There's nothing else in here. Like it's gone. Oh my God. You're done. Wind it up. Pink sauce is kids. I'm about to throw up. Turn the video off.
Some customers said that the sauce smelled rotten and it looked moldy, and it was obvious that some of the products that were sent out were not safe to eat because of, among others, a lack of refrigeration. Chef P, for the most part, ignored legitimate concerns about the product and about health and about the safety of consuming the product, and she continued and acted like there was not a big deal. If you run your small business and you potentially endanger people, I would argue take that seriously and don't just try to brush this aside as trial and error. You have a certain responsibility, especially if you put out products that people are supposed to consume. Not knowing that you need FDA approval, that it is essential, is concerning in my opinion. And in this case, I believe if she took it seriously, she would have to pull the products, she would have to refund customers, reformulate the product, overthink the shipping process to make sure that the $20 bottles arrived in perfect shape and that they were safe to consume. Some customers that were not happy about their product, they claimed that they did not receive a refund, but P said that she did refund everybody who had a faulty product.
Okay, so announcement. We have refunded everyone who is currently waiting on their pink sauce order. When we open up pre-sales, you guys will be able to purchase the pink sauce when we launch pre-sales. You guys will receive a discount code for the people that did purchase when I first launched, okay? Some people are already receiving refunds. However, please allow it up to 10 days for the money to hit your account. Different merchants, different days, different rules, different policies. But yeah, so there's no more confusion. No one can put a claim saying that we didn't refund them. Everyone is refunded until we open pre-sales. Thank you very, very much.
In the midst of all of the pink storm, another customer made a video and did a pink sauce review on her TikTok and recognized some additional issues that made her consider to send the sauce to a lab to get it lab tested to see if the product was actually safe.
There's no swollen. I've checked the seal, everything. Okay, y'all, I've been back and forth all day whether I wanted to make this or not, but I bought it in the first place to review it. If you look at the order receipt, I ordered it July 1st. That was before any of the reviews came out, so I bought it because I wanted to give y'all a 100% honest review. So that is what I'm here to do. My bottle doesn't look swollen, okay? It gives. There's no swollen. I've checked the seal. Everything's good on that. A little bite is not going to hurt me. And if it does, and it gives me food poisoning, at least I'll lose a couple pounds. And if I get sick, at least I have someone sick with me. So it's sealed. Okay, there's no air coming in or out of it. So it smells like ranch. Like it smells like the dry ranch packaging. So there's really not like a bad smell to it at all. All right, she's a little bit more brave than me. So we're just gonna put that on there. I'm just gonna try that much. So, cheers. Doesn't really have a taste.
It is like sweet ranch.
The aftertaste, I'm not messing with. It's like watered down ranch, just like everyone's saying, but
yeah,
there's like a sweet aftertaste that is not good. Like I would not eat this on my pizza. I wouldn't dip my chicken nuggets in it. She will, obviously, because she's still eating it. So if anyone ends up in the hospital, it's going to be her. But no, it's not. It's not bad. Definitely not worth $20 a bottle. But we support small businesses. I don't know if she's fixing things or not. That's not my problem. But it's decent. Not decent enough to buy.
For $20.
For $20. And I don't really care for the taste. It's not disgusting, but it's not for me. I don't really like it. Again, it's not like rich and creamy. Something that I would eat my pizza or like garlic knots in. Watery. I don't even know what I would dip in this. So, yeah. Totally do not recommend.
Her TikTok went viral and Chef P was not happy about it. And in the end, these two, the customer and Chef P, ended up in a talk show that didn't go well at all for the customer and for Chef P and for the host of the show. They ended up on the Karamov show, a show I personally have never heard about, but Chef P yet again showed how unprofessional and incompetent she was when it comes to running her own business. The content creator who did the TikTok was really polite and fair considering the circumstances. First of all, in her review, but then also on this talk show. But Chef P and the talk show host, they kind of gaslit her on the show and presented her like someone who is endangering Chef P's small business, completely ignoring all of the information that came out before, the unprofessional behavior, the lack of transparency when it comes to the actual product from Chef P's side, and also the unhappy customers that said that there were legitimate issues with the pink sauce. And I don't know about you, whether you run a big international company or you run your own small business, shit goes down, you have to own up to it and you have to fix it. And in my opinion, you should display a certain amount of professional behavior in trying to fix that issue. She completely failed to acknowledge the actual problem, and that is the faulty and potentially dangerous sauce that she herself cooked in her own kitchen, shipped out faulty, mislabeled, and had not fully acknowledged the unprofessional way she handled her small viral business. Chef P was not receptive to her customers' feedback, as YouTuber Atozy showed in his video, and when the customer said she could have reached out to her to provide an explanation for the faulty product, she said, "Why would I contact someone who is fabricating something on the internet? To be honest, you're not special." In the end, the talk show host had to apologize for how badly he handled this entire situation, that he was so clearly biased in favor of Chef P, not really looking into this topic. And Chef P also had to apologize for being rude to the customer, to the woman on the talk show, after she received a lot of backlash when people saw the show and called her out on her unprofessional behavior. And for all of the small and big business owners out there, whether you are connected to a viral TikTok trend or not, customer reviews are for the customer and not for the owner. Just like book reviews are for the potential customer, for the potential reader, and not for the writer. And if a customer says, "I think there's something awkward going on, maybe listen in," and if they offer to send the product to the lab to get it tested on their own dime, and you have nothing to hide and you have nothing to worry about, then there is no problem. There shouldn't be an issue. I would argue you should actually be appreciative of that, because somebody is sending in a lab result that you know will come back in perfect condition and you don't have to spend a dime on this. But I guess that is exactly what Chef P's problem was, because the sauce was not in good condition. And I would argue she was very well aware of that. The broader public was aware of that. And at that point, the TikTok reviews all ventured into that direction. There were obvious problems that were documented at length on social media. Chef P stopped to do those concoctions in her own kitchen, and she actually signed on with a legitimate company, with Dave's Gourmet, who are going to produce and develop the pink sauce for her and distribute it in stores in Walmart exclusively in January 2023, which is good, because I think with a lack of product education and professionalism on P's side, that is really the best that could have happened to her. That an organized and regulated company that is knowledgeable in the food production was taking this over. That way, Veronica Shaw, or Chef P, was able to grow her company, and also the customers could expect a safe product. The sauce was with $7, also more appropriately priced than the $20 before. The sauce creator, Chef P, real name Veronica Shaw, tapped hot sauce and pasta sauce company Dave's Gourmet as pink sauce exclusive supplier and distributor over the summer. Press release, Dave said that while Shaw's concoction enthralled the internet and sold out upon launch, the Miami-based chef and content creator lacked food production expertise, which led to significant obstacles. While initial concerns surrounded the fluorescent sauce's safety, Dave said it's manufacturing pink sauce under FDA guidelines in a safe, quality food certified facility, noting that the product is shelf stable. product was out in Walmart, produced by Dave's Gourmet, and the product was reviewed rather poorly on Walmart's website, and the sauce went on clearance rather quickly. It did not hit the nerve as the original version did when P started all of this on her TikTok, and she created a GoFundMe not too long after the sauce, the professionally produced sauce, hit the shelves. She created a GoFundMe to help get justice for the pink sauce. With that picture. Yeah. To get help to go after the company that produces the sauce now and put it into stores. And my question is, what the heck? Why? What is going on there? It's getting stranger and stranger and stranger. P says that the company is not paying her, that the company is scamming her, and that she is looking for support via the GoFundMe to seek out for professional help. While I find all of the actions she has taken in the past very concerning when it comes to her small business, that is not an excuse for somebody being scammed. It is concerning, but it could very well be that she was taken advantage of by Dave's Gourmet, and that is not okay. The GoFundMe says, "Hi, my name is Veronica Shaw. I'm the founder of the Pink Sauce LLC, one of the most viral sauce sensations of 2022. Actually, I think it's the only viral sauce sensation. As a young entrepreneur with big dreams, I followed my intuition and went forth towards my dream to create something new. I made a few mistakes on the way. No, you made a lot of mistakes on the way, which led me to trust a company that is trying to take everything away from me. They lied to me. They're not paying me and are not being transparent about records. I have tried on multiple occasions to try and come to an accord with them, but they refuse to reimburse me for marketing expenses that I spent my own funds towards. Been silenced and financially sabotaged. I'm a single mom and I do everything for my kids. Right now, I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food on my own. My mom is on disability and has been giving us $20 just to get by on a daily basis. School is a few days away. I haven't been able to get my kids clothes or anything. I'm currently facing an eviction that has gone into default. The sheriffs can come to my door any day now. I need legal help. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me. I don't know what else to do. I can't give up. I need help." And that is quite a statement with the GoFundMe. She says that she got financially sabotaged, that she was not reimbursed for marketing expenses, and that she is not receiving the royalty that Dave's Gourmet legally agreed to pay her. And if that is true, that is not okay to put somebody into such a financially difficult time, but I personally find that hard to believe. Roughly 8 months after arriving at Walmart, the ill-fated TikTok-born pink sauce is once again embroiled in controversy. This January, in what appeared to be a second coming of the product, Sean partnered with supplier and distributor Dave's Gourmet, a hot sauce and pasta sauce company, to create a shelf-stable iteration of the sauce manufactured under FDA guidelines. The product launched on Walmart shelves nationwide for $8 a bottle. While its total sales are unknown, TikTokers in January noticed that the item quickly went on clearance by the end of the month. Currently on Walmart's website, however, the sauce is being sold at the retail price. Sean told TikTok viewers in a video posted earlier this month that she sold 200,000 units. Dave's Gourmet came up with a statement after the allegations. When reached, Dave's Gourmet told Insider it disagreed with Sean's version of events. "We disagree with Ms. Shaw's allegations," a company spokesperson said. Dave's Gourmet has paid Chef P over $120,000 to date, and it continues to make all payments as due and on time based on the terms of the contract. Insider reviewed screenshots of bank statements shared by Dave's Gourmet reflecting payments it says it made to Shaw, as well as a company called Flavor Crazy Inc., which is registered in her name. There were 12 total transactions in the screenshots, totaling $120,000. Payments began on August 9, 2022, according to the documents provided by Dave's. The latest transaction occurred on August 17th of this year. Dave's added in its statement that it has adhered to the terms of the agreement with Ms. Shaw and is attempting to work with her to mediate the dispute. So Dave's Gourmet came with the receipts, according to this article. They have proof of payment that Chef P has received $120,000. And that money, according to Chef P, therapy. First of all, she never received it, but my question would be, where did that go in 8 months? How do you go through $120,000 in 8 months? As a grown individual, you should be able to handle your finances well, especially if you have the responsibility to look after children. And I would argue if you have a mother who is on disability, you could help her out as well. But that is just my take on this. Besides that, how can someone make those false statements knowing they're untrue and risking a defamation lawsuit by a company like Dave's Gourmet? And then she also has the audacity to go and start a GoFundMe to make additional money. I would argue that she's just lucky that she is working with a nice company, from all we can tell, who is willing to pay her lawyer's fees so that she can understand her contract better and is willing to work through the dispute. In my opinion, this is more than a dispute, but it sounds like they want to end this on good terms and would potentially like to continue to sell the sauce. That is what I see here. We offered to reimburse Ms. Shaw for her lawyer's time to go over the terms of the agreement and how it relates to the payments that were made to Ms. Shaw. She indicated that she's open to an amicable resolution of the dispute and the parties are in discussions. To me, this does sound like a company who's trying to work with an extremely difficult, and sorry to say it, dim person who doesn't understand the business side, who doesn't understand the legal side. We're also talking about somebody who, in my opinion, just wants to go the quick route to make a quick buck and is also willing to go the unethical route. That's what I read from all of this. As she has shown in the beginnings of TikTok, she's not somebody who should run her own business, which is fine. You don't need to run your own business. And whether you're a viral TikTok sensation or not, you need to take over certain responsibilities. Whether your company grows faster than you've expected to, that in my opinion is not an excuse for running a business that poorly, for not reimbursing customers, allegedly, for not taking health concerns seriously, and for not looking after the basic compliance and legal components you need to watch out to run a successful, ethical, and safe company. Just because you go viral on social media also doesn't mean that you will be successful. I think having a viral product can only go so far. If you cannot back that up, the viralness of this product will fade away quickly. If a product safety and the company owner consistently messes up over that, then I would argue that a reputable company like Dave's Gourmet cannot save you. And when you then afterwards try to go after the company and you, what it looks like, lie about the financial situation, and you try to go after them that way, that is just dumb.
I am back with another video. Okay, so I know y'all wondering, like, where the hell is she? What does she have going on? Is she homeless? What's going on with my contract? I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I've literally been taking a sabbatical just to get my mind together, get my kids stabilized, get my house stabilized, and get my business back in order. So that is where I've been, just regaining balance and peace inside of my life. And I'm back now. I missed y'all so much. Thank you to all of the people who sent me kind words and motivation. Thank you also for the donations. They have helped tremendously, guys. Now, let's talk about what is actually going on and, you know, all of this chaos that's going on with Dave's Gourmet. So first of all, I want to acknowledge this $120,000 that they've responded to the blog saying that they paid me. So number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me partially. I don't know if it blocked out right there because the low battery thing came. But they were partial payments. And then also a huge chunk of that money went towards me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels because, mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months following this, in which I kept having a security issue because I was promised that I would receive legal help for people spreading false narratives about the pink sauce. However, that never happened.
So $120,000 were paid to her. And whether they were paid as one payment or in multiple installments, you have to work around that. As a grown adult, you have to manage your finances, I would say. The contract states you get the payment in these installments, that you have to handle it.
So it built up a lot for me, in which they know, and I have proof of the conversations that I actually had with them about not receiving the support that I was promised. So that goes to that. Now, also, people speculating about me getting my body done. Me getting my body done would not make me broke. And this ass came from Eunice. This is my ass. And who makes a financial decision that would make them broke? So my body has nothing to do with it. So let's leave that completely out of the category of what we're talking about. However, they know the proof and the truth in what I have on this phone. Now, also, going back to my royalty, a lot of people like speculating or putting their input in. My royalty is supposed to be paid to me before any expenses. Before any expenses, I'm supposed to be cut my check. However, little do y'all know, or y'all do not know, because I've been silent for so long. We've been going through this since January. So I literally have proof as to how the royalty was collected when I received my royalty for quarter 1. When I received my royalty for quarter 1, it was paid to me before any expenses. Now that I'm uncomfortable and they know that I would have been hiring legal help, they make this bogus excuse as to why they're putting expenses on top of my royalty. It does not work like that. So it's like, long story short, these people defrauded me. So I would have to sue them for fraud, because it's not only the calculation of the royalty, but it's everything else that is deteriorating my business and my brand. Because when we had negotiation, this is an innovative brand. This is an innovative product, which comes with risk, which means that money has to be allocated and put into marketing. The marketing is the company. They did not do that, which caused me to suffer drastically. And yes, I am in this for the long haul. That's why I'm here still fighting for my brand, because I'm not looking at the $1 million that was made. I'm looking at the millions and millions of dollars that wasn't made, because they're not freaking listening to me.
Whether you stay in Airbnbs or you have plastic surgery, all of that is fine. All of that is your right. But you have to handle the financial side of that. That is really up to the individual to handle that properly, especially if you have children and financial responsibilities towards them as well. Some people are financially irresponsible and they live above their means. And that could very well have happened here. Show proof that you were treated unfairly by Dave's Gourmet. I don't think that she is a person that is very trustworthy, so her just saying, trust me, is not going to work out, or her just saying, I have the proof. In this case, I really need to see the proof. And if she has proof that Dave's Gourmet has treated her unfairly, then I'm willing to look into this topic even further, make an updated video about this. But so far, it looks like Dave's Gourmet really has the upper hand. They were able to show proof, and they're willing to work together with this person so that she can legally understand what is going on, and so that she can legally understand the professional, the business side of the deal. In my opinion, so far, Dave's Gourmet has handled this situation very professionally and very well.
They're not listening to me. Like, it's so crazy. In freaking October, I was talking about a whole Barbie themed campaign. And no, we wouldn't have used Barbie font. I know people who commented on that as well. Like, there are certain ways to do certain things subliminally, but it would have been done, but none of that was supported. And I feel like the pink sauce was built through social media. The pink sauce was built fast through social media, and y'all deserve to see those visuals. Y'all deserve to see a fabulous sauce, and that is not what this is giving. This is giving beige sauce. I created the pink sauce, which is a vibrant, bright color, beautiful, scrumptious, delicious sauce, and that is not what y'all getting. So now I have to work to rebuild my brand, and I am okay with that. And then also in regards to work, I'm comparing, call me delusional, but yes, I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No. You would tell her to get another gig, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working my ass off every single day to rebuild the vision and the brand for my business. And then there's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it. So they took their permission and they abused it. But it's okay, because I look at it as, well, that was 1 year, at least it wasn't 10 years. So we're fixing this. And I hope that and I get so riled up because I be so passionate, right? And if y'all not used to that, I have to excuse myself, but I was raised hard. But So I really hope that my story inspires or helps somebody else that is going through something like this, or that is thinking about signing a deal with another company. Please make sure that you have a contract attorney. And if they say red duck, blue duck, one duck, two duck, then make them write every single thing that they say down. Because what these people did to me was gave me an ambiguous piece of paper that you don't know if you turn it left or you turn it right, and they're just manipulating words, and it does not work like that. So moving forward, I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be talking to y'all, and it might be a little bit awkward starting off at first, but we got to do this, and y'all got to see it. Y'all got to learn me and all of that stuff. And I just feel like I'm free from prison. I'm free. I'm unsilenced. I can actually create, and I am running this ship because these people did not know what they were doing. They agreed to something that they could not handle. However, this is a really, really big learning experience for me, because before I sign any piece of paper with anyone, let's best believe that everything will be written down.
To me, this sounds like she really doesn't understand the business side of things and of running your own business. The sauce in stores was not a bright pink, yes, and there were also inconsistencies when it comes to the color, likely because it was not compatible with FDA regulation. I would argue that she probably got paid more in Q1 because people were curious about the sauce in stores, but a viral trend simmers down and you will sell less products. That is likely why there was also a drop in sales after Q1. Marketing and marketing campaigns are pricey, and Barbie was a huge trend, but I would argue, first of all, as a company, you don't want to mess with Barbie. I mean, you don't want to mess with Mattel, a huge company, and start an unlicensed Barbie campaign. You don't want to do that. And if Dave's Gourmet offered to reimburse you for certain marketing that she was responsible for, then you had to get that approved before. So don't spend a lot of money on what looks like personal shit, on personal stuff, and expect them to pay you pretty much for your birthday. And if you have a TikTok and you have a lot of followers, you could have utilized the Barbie idea in a way that is compliant, where you don't have to do an unlicensed PR stunt for the pink sauce and for Barbie that would very, very likely get you into legal trouble. I truly believe she doesn't understand the business side, the compliance side, and the legality of all of this. And then in addition to that, you cannot compare yourself to Beyonce. If the sales of the pink sauce does not pay for your expenses, get a job. Continue to do your job as a chef. That is just entitlement, and that is stupid. And never sign a business contract or a written agreement if you don't understand it. Make sure you understand what you sign, and in this case, get a lawyer involved who looks over your contracts. After her video, Dave's Gourmet came out with an additional statement on their website. Everything is linked down below if you want to take a look at the entire thing of this. But it said that in August 2022, Dave's Gourmet signed an agreement with Veronica Shaw and her entities Pink Sauce and Flavor Crazy Inc., who were responsible for promoting pink sauce through the digital content. And Dave's Gourmet was in charge of achieving the required shelf stability for the product, making the formula acceptable for commercial production, following FDA's production guidelines, production and sales of the PS product online and to retailers. And that's what they did. They were taking over the manufacturing, the production process, and she was taking over the marketing process. But apparently she wasn't capable to do so. And I believe that for Dave's Gourmet, it was essential and a very first step to make this product according to the FDA food guidelines and not throw out a sauce that could potentially endanger its customer, because the bottles are exploding and because the bottles are not cooled and because there are no preservatives to lengthen the shelf life of the product. I believe that was their first and foremost goal. And that's also why we see that the sauce wasn't as vibrant as it was before, and you had to shake it up to bring it into a more muted shade of pink. I find it interesting, though, that she was worried about that in the video that we've seen before, but she wasn't worried about that when she produced the sauce. The irony here, the irony. At the time, Shaw was not producing pink sauce because FDA instructed her to cease all the production due to quality concerns. She was making pink sauce in her kitchen and was shipping it without refrigeration in the heat of the summer, and the sauce frequently went bad during shipping, as evidenced by many social media posts from buyers. The sauce was not shelf stable and was not safe for shipping without refrigeration. There was huge negative publicity online and on social media due to the quality issues that Shaw had experienced. According to the agreement, Shaw received an upfront payment of $45,000 as a part of the agreement for Dave's Gourmet to pursue the sales of pink sauce. It looks to me that Dave's Gourmet did stick to their part of the agreement and Chef P simply didn't, because either she didn't understand the business side, what kind of agreement she signed there, or she didn't care. As in my opinion, she didn't care before when she cooked that sauce in her own kitchen and didn't really care about customer satisfaction and about customer safety. And that is honestly concerning. And in my opinion, she's trying to make more money off of the pink sauce trend, and she's trying to milk it and also the company as far as possible. But I think that she is going down a dangerous route, especially if you're working together with a company and you have a legal contract that states very clearly what you can do. I think that she hasn't been sued for defamation yet by Dave's Gourmet because the company wants to solve the issue amicably and maybe just wants to stop doing the project with her. That is what I believe, but also they need to recoup their finances. They also need to recoup their investment. To me, it looks like Chef P is in deep trouble. Whether she gets sued by Dave's Gourmet, I think they have a leg to stand on or not. To me, she has been outed and has outed herself also by her inconsistent narrative as unethical and unprofessional, and in my opinion, as an entitled scammer who just cares about herself, her financial well-being, and she has lived above her means when she was able to make some money, while not being able to take accountability for her wrongdoings in this entire process. I personally wouldn't want to buy from somebody like this with such a bad track record, whether it is the pink sauce or the blue sauce or whatever colorful narrative she might come out with next. I will keep an eye out on this and keep us updated if there's something to report on in the future. Supporting small businesses, in my opinion, is very important and is very valid, especially in these economically difficult times, but not businesses like this, not individuals like this. Whether you are a small business or a big business, if you mess up, you need to take accountability for that. You need to show that you have learned up to the quality of the product. And first and foremost, you need to make sure that your products are safe. And the fact that the pink sauce lady doesn't seem to understand that is really, really worrisome. That is why I would have a hard time to support her in the future if she came out with other products. That was the pink sauce and the update to this very day. I hope that you do like the extension of the content on this channel. I will continue to take a look at these topics. The focus of this channel will remain anti-MLM. And if you're interested in these topics, then I would love it if you would consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to comment, then please feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!